Hey everyone, it's Ophi. I just wanted to take a brief break from Jurassic World Evolution to let you know about a board game that came out around about the time of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdoms movie, although it's actually based on the first movie, Jurassic Park. It's called Jurassic Park Danger by Ravensburger, and this is it feels kind of like, or it looks kind of like an update to the old, I believe, Milton Bradley, could have been Parker Brothers, I believe it was Milton Bradley, Jurassic Park, the game, the original board game that I grew up with when the first one came out in '93, that we played all over until the cardboard was practically broken. The only thing I have left is the die for moving the dinosaurs and such. But I saw this at Target and just thought I'd give it a whirl. So let's open it up and take a look. So here we have the box for the game. Jurassic Park Danger Adventure Strategy Game by Ravensburger. I don't have any games by them, and I don't know that I've seen any from them in the stores before, but it is age 10 and up and 2 to 5 players. It's got kind of a mix between some of the iconic stuff from the first 3 movies, with the original logo, of course, which is super worn away. It's like it was painted into wood and then worn or scuffed away, and then of course the claw marks. Not just saying it because there are 3 claw marks, but the 3, I always associate 3 with those claw marks instead of 1 or 2. Let's see, invented by Forrest Pruzan Creative. It's mostly the same on the edges, but you basically get a large map very similar to the Settlers of Catan, with these little hexes that make up the interior, and I believe there are interior hexes as well as exterior specific hexes that you can move around where you want. They just have to stay in their certain areas. We have that nice picture of the visitor center and the explorers and the brachiosaurs in the back. We have 1 player. This is going to be similar to an Imperial Assault or Hero Quest style game. I reference those ones a lot in the videos just because those are the 2 that I have and play, and so they're similar to that, where you have 1 player playing the dinosaurs and the other ones choose from the actual characters. We have our Dilophosaurus, Velociraptor, and T-Rex, the wood dinosaurs, the pawns there, the meeples basically, and if you look in there, unless it doesn't focus, you have little people in there that are basically little wooden meeples from other games. And then you have your character sheets there, where essentially, from what I understand, you play as the character trying to get off of the island. Your character can be killed, but the player isn't out of the game. You just go through more and more and more characters. As you can see, there are 10 roles that you can play from the first movie, and of course if there are 2 to 5 players, you could all get to play 5, or you could all get to play 2 or 3. So let's open this up, and poof. Just one thing to mention about the tape: be really careful with that. You're going to need some kind of Goo Gone or something, because the plastic is like, it doesn't even feel like tape. It feels like there's some kind of plastic circle that someone sprayed adhesive onto the box and then put a plastic circle on it or something and cleaned up the excess mess. It's really gross, and it just sticks on there. Had a little bit of success with just like grabbing under it and pulling it away from the rest of the box, pull it towards the rest of the plastic, but it's a mess. So we have our hexes and our framing, a bunch of tokens, some electrified fences, all of our characters, similar to other games that have figures or meeples, where if you would rather play with a token, you can, I'm assuming. And here I'm going to be proved wrong immediately after saying that. So they are goal tokens versus character movers. So here we are, our rolls. Nice flat Jurassic Park. Decent little insert there with the Jurassic Park printed on there. That's cool. That's a lot of cards. I didn't expect that out of this. Plain and simple die. Black with red. And our meeples and our dinosaur movers. So, and this is one of those games that has a play video as well. So take a look at that if you're thinking about buying the game, or of course someone's review, or possibly even this one. Let's see. So for winning, dinosaur player eliminates 3 characters. As rolls are removed, of course, you're able to choose a new roll. So if Tim bites it, you can bring in Grant or Nedry or whoever. But once 3 of those rolls are gone, you're done. The human players activate the locations, maintenance center, control center, visitor center, achieve their character goals, and make it to the helicopter. One of which we have with Grant is distract Tyrannosaurus to collect Alan Grant's gold token. Here we go. So we see we have our setup, different spaces all along the board, just like the Jurassic Park board game, the original one, and the Lost World board game, which kind of took the Jurassic Park version and gave it some elevated cardboard terrain, some buildings. We have our dinosaur setup for that player. We have a page and a half-ish of how to win for the human, and then how to win for the dinosaurs. Get some tiny little thing. I guess you don't have to do too much when all you're doing is eating everybody. Explains how to use the cards. Looks like the dinosaur player goes first, human, dinosaur, and then human. So you're doing cards and then move actions. Over dinosaur turn, human turn, which looks like is a single round. So it just starts back over with the dinosaur player selecting another card. There's some basic strategy for the game, a special character strategy for individual characters. Oddly enough, only 6 of them. But it has Robert Muldoon, so what else do you need? And of course they were going to have Grant in there. You can't not do that. So 1 die. Oh, they're printed on both sides. I like that. I know they have to for like the character art and stuff. It's part of that. Yeah, see, it's smoother and shiny on the face side and flatter, and it's not rough, but it's less smooth. It's like spray painting paint, maybe 2 layers on there, and all right. Anyway, there we are, and of course you can do wonderful things with meeples, like not that, because that involves angles that won't work. There we are, like that. Every Jurassic Park character's worst nightmare, the dreaded dino tri-attack. Of course the T-Rex survives. Of all our different people, matching their roll cards, of course. Given how much white he wears and how much black he wears, it would be a tragedy if Hammond was not the white figure and Malcolm the black. So it looks like there's some kind of burn mechanic. You have a little quote where your card goes and a discard. And Sattler. Yeah, see, Ian Malcolm had to be black. And John Hammond is white. All right. And Tim, Ray, Gennaro. Gennaro gets the short end of the stick in the movie. And he's essentially combining two characters, so he kind of has to. But he's a much more interesting character in the novel if you haven't read the first Jurassic Park. And Nedry. It's nothing to worry about. Famous last words. And the dinosaur actions. There's a rest. All right. So of course the Tyrannosaurus is going to get the big attacks, with the Dilophosaur being a ranged attack with the spit, and the Velociraptor being the speedy attacker. Alright, let's pop open these tokens. Tokens! There it is, the entire island. It's a lot bigger than it looked like before, but it's not very large. It's not even the size of an average board game board. It's probably only half the length of the table, or the box doubled. So there's the entire map. I probably would totally remake this if I were actually trying to play it, since this looks like the safe zone. There's your start, and oh look, 3 out of the 4 connecting sections there, or 2 out of the 3 connecting sections with the raptor right next to it are the bad guys. So that's great. That's how you have to get out, with the good dinosaur tokens way over there. So visitor center, we have a clear marking there, control center, and maintenance shed all over the place. So you do have to travel all over the map. And then there's the little icons for where you can place the electrified fences, and where you can climb. Those rock slide looking icons are climbing. And look at that, see, even here the Dilophosaur has taken out that car already. So like basically any hex-based board game you've ever played, especially Catan, anything that has this perimeter border that gets puzzle pieced together like this, they don't cut exactly the dimensions that they're supposed to, and so it's slightly too small. So it's really difficult to get everything in there without feeling like it's all just going to go and explode and parts everywhere and whatnot. Or you're just going to tear up the edges here or corners or something trying to get it all to fit. So it is kind of tight, but this isn't nearly as bad as my copy of Catan, or certainly not as bad as my buddy's copy of Catan. I think he has 2 to my 4th edition. Here are different cards. Each roll gets its own deck, with, of course, the dinosaurs as well having their own deck. All with little meeples on their tokens. We have our 3 tokens for the individual buildings you need to go to. Helicopter, which I'm assuming lands right there when it's all ready to land. Little Jurassic Park token. And all of the dinosaurs carefully captured within their electrified fences. And as we're finding out in Jurassic World Evolution, those electrified fences mean squat most of the time. If a dinosaur doesn't feel like being in a fence, it's going to get out. Doesn't matter what kind of fence it is. So let's take a look, see at Tim, just so we can see what kind of cards we have here. So we have these run cards to get from place to place. Climb, essentially to move from hex to hex whenever we need to climb up or down, however you feel like it, a hill or mountain. So 2 run, 2 climb, a couple of sneak, which here we are, sneak. It looks like they have triggers, so when you play sneak, you have to roll 2 or higher, 4 or higher for climb. And then, of course, his signature card, I read your book. That'll be their special ability. So it looks like everyone has 2 run, 2 climb, 2 sneak, and 2 of their special. But sneak, I believe, for the dinosaurs was something where instead of walking around with them face up, if you're looking at them like this, instead of that, sneak is you put them on their side so you can see the picture from looking down at the map. And sneak, let's see. So for humans, sneaking is hiding from dinosaurs and avoid attacks. To sneak, roll the die equal to or higher than the number indicated on your sneak card, which was 2 or higher for Tim. If successful, lay your mover on its side in place, as we've done here, to indicate it is sneaking, although I suppose I should do that with you. Here we are, Tim is sneaking. At the start of your next turn, you must reveal your character by standing up in your current space or in any adjacent space. A character may climb over cliffs or deactivated electric fences when they are revealed. Revealing a sneaking character does not count as a move. There are also distract cards, which, yeah, they are going to be different. So Muldoon has 3 run, 2 climb, 1 sneak, 2 distract, and we are being hunted. So distract cards are free actions that may not be selected during setup. Play distract cards later during the human's turn. Using a distract card, move 1 dinosaur from an adjacent space into your own. So you're drawing them towards you from someone else. That dinosaur will immediately attack. Bummer. The distract card is discarded when used. The exclamation point icon, like Muldoon's special, indicates the card is unique to that character. Refer to the text on the cards for how they're used. For the dinosaurs, for sneak, sneaking allows you to surprise attack the humans. Lay your dinosaur on its side in place to indicate it is sneaking. At the start of your next turn, you must reveal the dinosaur by standing it up in its current space or an adjacent space. Dinosaur may climb over cliffs or deactivated electric fences when it is revealed. Revealing does not count as a move. If possible, you must perform all of the moves on your card and use a different dinosaur for each move. When a dinosaur moves into a space with a character, it immediately attacks. Two dinosaurs may not occupy the same space. So, with the T-Rex sneaking on his next turn, he would jump up, move to an adjacent space, which unfortunately for Tim is unprotected here, as there is not an electric fence or a climbing area, and immediately attack. Well, hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back with another video going page by page through the book, reading through the instructions and playing turn by turn there, trying to escape the dinosaurs and make it off the island alive. And of course, we'll be back with some more Jurassic World Evolution this Friday, the 22nd, when Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom comes out. Of course, we'll have the movie itself to enjoy, but they have also let us know that they're going to have some free downloadable content with 6 of the Jurassic World dinosaurs, including the Big Bad, the Indoraptor, and my favorite of the new ones for this game, the Carnotaurus. Really looking forward to seeing that and the Baryonyx in the movie. And then the Carnotaur I have loved since the original toys and the Lost World, the book. I'm really excited to see that in the movie, and I would love to see some version of its scenes from the book at some point on film. That would be totally awesome. So the game itself is around about $25 at most retail places that I've seen and online. So you can get it at a ton of different places right now, and everyone has masses and masses of stock. But who knows, once the movie comes out, maybe things drop off, maybe it doesn't become quite as popular as some of the other board games. We don't know yet, but stay tuned for that video playing through. The components themselves are nice. It's just a standard off-the-shelf board game. It's not a Euro game or some Kickstarter game or something where they're trying to ramp up production values, so to speak, to bring in more cash, bring in more consumers with more cash to spend on their board games. There's really not another way to say that. But the board itself, other than having the Catan unfortunate border on it, you know what would be really cool is if it was just a half folding or a tri-folding board with hexes cut out that you can shuffle the perimeter center hexes, put them in their spaces, and then it's just slightly bigger than the hexes need to fit in there. That way you could get them in and out easy, and there's no pushing and shoving and stuff like that. That would have been really cool if someone came out with a board for that. I think that would be a great supplement to the game. Just as an aside, just realized that, so I thought I'd add it. But we will be back, so stay tuned for more streaming of Evolution and playing through the game. You guys take care and have a good night. Bye.